Hello, everyone. How are you? My name is LaPorche Kimber, also known as Butterfly. Yes, that's me. I am Butterfly. Well, I just want to let you guys in on my butterfly journey. So, in the past year, I have gone through so much. I have gone through all of these different stages. I have been at my highest of my high. I have been down at my lowest of my low. And it had just brought me to the point to where I wanted nothing more but to get closer to God, to have a better understanding of what is happening in my life. So I was out one Sunday at church, and my bishop preached this story about a boy who discovered a caterpillar. And he knew that this caterpillar was going to be made of great things. So the boy watched the caterpillar grow, and he tried to help the caterpillar as it was going in its metamorphosis stages, and it was turning into a butterfly. But that story, you can find that story on Google. That story really didn't end so well because at the end of that story, the butterfly could not fly. I've also even read a story to where they said that the butterfly died because of the process. The boy forced the process to open up the cocoon to try to help the butterfly out. So once my bishop preached that story, it just kind of clicked to me, and I found myself to be on this butterfly journey. And I came home immediately. I Google searched and I started to study butterflies. It was just amazing. This has been an amazing journey in this past year. So, what happened was when I came home and I started to study these butterflies and this story, I discovered that my life has been a lot like a butterfly life. And the things that I have learned while I have been on this journey to get closer to God is that you get connected to like spiritual animals and numbers and different things of those sorts. I'm not going to go too far into it, but yes, there is a connection there. So I gained my connection in butterflies. It was like God had started to use butterflies to give me confirmation to let me know that it was Him who was working in my life. I'll give you just a snip of what my life was like and the things that I have gone through that gave me a better understanding and gave me that confirmation. So during that time when I had heard this story and I was just joined my new church home, um, during that time, I was going through a very, very, very heartbreaking bad divorce. My divorce was not messy, but it was just very heartbreaking to me to where I felt like it was just the end of life. It had just taken the life out of me. I had experienced depression really bad. I had a lot of anxiety, like my stress levels was so high to where I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and I had just gotten to the point to where I was just really tired to where I almost wanted to take my life. And I knew that just wasn't the answer or the thing to do, but sometimes people do get to that point to where they just feel like life is over. So the more and more that I seek God, He gave me confirmation that Portia, everything is going to be all right. And with that, He has given me confirmation. I said, God, I need a little bit more. Can you help me with this? Can you give me a sign, a symbol, or something so that I know that it's you? So when I asked that, my eyes became open as I grown more spiritually. And I had gotten that connection with butterflies after my bishop had preached a story about the butterfly struggle to push through, right? So I come home and I studied and I started looking into it. I'm like, hey, this is cool. I noticed that in my 34 years of living, well, I was 33 then, but in my 34 years of living, I started to see butterflies more than I ever did in life before. And it was like everyone that I touched or talked to and told them about my story, whether from my divorce or losing my son, which I did just leave out after my divorce. I did lose my firstborn son to gun violence here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So as I was going through that, I'm sorry, I kind of got a little sidetracked, but as I was going through that, I just needed to get closer to God, and I just needed more confirmation. And I started to see butterflies. And it was like everybody that I shared this story with, everyone that I told about my testimony or about butterfly struggle, they started to see butterflies more and more too. So I just kind of became like this butterfly lady, this lady that just is so connected with butterflies. It has been an amazing journey. It has been so cool. I just never thought to see myself in this space to be just studying a creature that I am really scared of. I have always kind of been afraid of caterpillars and afraid of butterflies, but I am overcoming my fear. I found that butterflies are, the more and more that I study and I look into it, it helps me with a better understanding of life. And it also helps me because I use it as a coping skill. And anxiety is part of fear. And that's just my thing. Like, I want to start to face a lot of my fears. And I just find it cool that I'm just killing a lot of birds in one stone by just being on this butterfly journey. It has been so amazing. So, today I went out and I'm sorry. Let me go back a little bit. Excuse me. Let me share with you, as I've been going on my butterfly journey, like I said, a lot of people has had a better understanding in life as far as the different transformations that they're going through and different things like that, and hearing my butterfly story. And they have also come connected with butterflies or other spiritual animals. So a close friend that I met in 8th grade when I was pregnant with my son. I had been helping her as a life coach, and she thought it would be cool to get me a gift, like a thank you gift, of these caterpillars. So here I have 7 caterpillars that I have been raising for the past few days. I think this is day 4. This is day 4 of them. So they just over the past few days, they have just been eating. This is their food that the kit gives you down at the bottom. They have been eating this food here and growing, and they like double in size daily. So these little guys are, I don't know if you can see them up there at the top. Majority of them are up at the top. They are getting ready to get to the stage to where they're going to the chrysalis. So I'll explain that. Just give me 1 second. I went out today to go and try to find them a home because I have to transform them from in this jar to a larger habitat to where they can turn into the butterflies and grow. So I'm very crafty. I can make something. I want to do something, but I did not want to harm the butterflies. I didn't think that I had a lot of time with COVID and everything going on to purchase something that will get here in enough time to put them in. It did come with a box, but it's so boring. Like, I can't go out with a bang with this whole butterfly journey with that little boring kit. I'm a crafter. I have to give it some life. So I went out today and I tried to search for something that I could make it, a fun experience, not just for myself, but for all of my viewers and everybody that has been tuning in with me during this entire journey. So I'm searching. I have been to Stein's, I have been to Walmart, I have been to Menards, Farm and Fleet, you name it. I pretty much been there. Michael's. No one had anything that I really was looking for. Yes, I really wanted to make something and be very crafty, but however, I didn't know. This is a new journey for me, so I didn't know if it would be something that would be harmful to the butterflies. So I went out and I purchased this wildlife kit. I found this kit at Walmart. I Google searched it online and I saw that Target carried, did I say Walmart? I mean Target. I saw online that Target carries this kit, and I didn't expect to really go in there and find it. I thought maybe it was one of those online things. I got in there was one left. So yay, that was for me. I have their home. I'm going to put this together today. But I also went out and I purchased this for my props to kind of help when I am doing my live videos or my videos for my YouTube channel to show the different stages and when I'm speaking and stuff. So this is, like a little bit more plastic. I don't know. I'm kind of debating on if I should put it in the cage with them or just use them as my props. So this here is the first stage that the caterpillars go through. And as you see those little dots there on there, those are the eggs. And then they turn into, the little caterpillars, which is the stage that the company pretty much has. And when they become in this stage, they take them and they put them into a cup like this, and they add this food down there at the bottom, and there's holes and everything poked around the top of there, so that the caterpillars can breathe and eat. That's all that they pretty much need to do. So what ended up happening is that they then go into this cute little stage here, which is the caterpillar. Okay, I guess that's the front of that guy there. So they grow and they get bigger. They like double their size daily, and they grow into the caterpillar. And once they go into the caterpillar, they then move around in this cup constantly eating. So what happened next is it goes and it will latch to the top of the cup, as you see those guys doing up there. They will latch to the top of the cup, and then their body is supposed to form in a J form. And that's when you know that they're pretty much ready for their next stage, which is stage 3 of the metamorphosis. So this is what they do on a tree when they're not in the in-home habitats. So they latch onto a tree branch and they perform the chrysalis. That's the cocoon. They go into there. It's built out of silk. They do like this little webbing thing. It's really cool. I've been researching it. I'm still learning, but they form this chrysalis, and their body transform, and then they're going inside and they're in the process of transforming in the inside of this chrysalis before they move on to the next stage. And the next stage after that then is the butterfly stage. So this is the stage that I am waiting for my butterflies to turn into. This butterfly here is my favorite. This is a monarch butterfly. As I said, I was going through these different stages and these different transformations in life, and I got connected with the monarch butterfly because it's orange and it represents gun violence, which is a color that I got connected with. So every time I see the orange butterflies, or a butterfly period, I pretty much tell them I love them. There's a thing that I found. It says, whisper to a butterfly, I love you, and it will fly to heaven to deliver your message. So that right there helps me, and it gives me peace to feel like my son is near. Butterflies do represent new life. It represents purpose and guardian angel. So that makes me always feel like my son is near me. When I see butterflies or butterfly things, God is letting me know that he's working in my life and on my behalf, and that my guardian angel is near me. So yes, that's how I got connected even more to butterflies. When my son died, it gave me an understanding of God working in my life. So this is the stage that I'm waiting on. These little guys in here are painted ladies. So they may come out orange or in other colors. Painted ladies are really nice. That's like my second favorite. Those are pretty much the only two that I know a lot about. My friend did buy me a book. I don't want to stand up in a video, but it's right over here next to me. My friend purchased me a book to help me with putting together my butterfly garden and to help me on my journey and different things like that. So I'm excited to just at least start the journey, the garden here in my home. So when they get to that stage here, I'm going to go and put them there. No, before they get to the stage. So when they get to this stage here, the chrysalis, I will then put them inside of here. So while I was out today, I noticed that one of these little guys is down at the bottom, and it looks as if it is already turning into the chrysalis, and I am kind of afraid to open it and to bother it while it's in that stage because I don't want to disrupt them. But I was debating on if I should take them all out and transform them into here. I will see once I open it. But my first time, this is my trial run, so I don't want to disturb these little guys. I want to kind of let them finish out doing what they have to do here in that stage, and then I will transform them once they go from this stage to this stage. I will then transform them inside of that home. So once I get a couple of the chrysalis up at the top of this top there's like a little piece of net that I am supposed to take and pin it on to the new habitat home. And that's where they kind of hang out in this stage. And then it says that they will begin to jiggle, to shake when they're ready to turn into the butterfly. So then hopefully I'll be home to be able to watch them do that and catch that on camera so that you guys could join me on the rest of my journey. So again, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this journey with me. It is extremely exciting. This is just only the beginning. I have learned so much about butterflies, not so much about caterpillars themselves. There is a lot to learn. I don't have a green thumb, however, so building a garden and everything like that, it's a little challenge to make sure that you have the right food that they need and everything like that. And different butterflies eat different things. So once I get these little guys into that home, I will then, and they're in this stage, in the chrysalis stage, I will go out and purchase them some oranges and also some, gosh, what is that? It's a plant that starts with a C. I can't think of the name of it. Gosh, I just had a brain freeze, but I know exactly what it is. I will go out and purchase the flowers for it and put them in there with also some oranges. They like sweet things. The caterpillar kit that my friend purchased me, they did give me a little plastic jar and like a sponge in the inside of it and a pack of sugar so that I can wet and they can just eat the sugar from that. But however, I want to try to gain as much as the full experience and watch them, and so that you guys will be able to see yourself as well, this journey. So this is exciting. This is my first time, and I will be starting over again from scratch like in a week or so because it's getting close to my son's birthday. And then I will be doing some spiritual butterfly release ceremony. So look forward to that. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to Butterfly's Sacred Struggle. Just continue to pray for me as I pray for you. And remember to put God first in everything in your life. He will get you through whatever your struggle is. Have the understanding and know that this is life that you're dealing with. This is life that you're going through. And whatever it is that you're facing, it's going to be all right. Keep calling on out to the Lord. Keep seeking him. And he will bring you peace and comfort just as he's done it for me. If he can do it for me, I know that he will do it for you. So again, I love you. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Catch you later.